Mosher from Mosher Farms. Coming today from our veggie patch where we're going to be doing our cucumbers again for our pickles in 2016. I'm taking last year's ideas and changing them up, making them a little bit better. I learned a little bit of stuff over the last year, both from our property and from watching people on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. So we're still going to be trellising our cucumbers up in the air, but instead what we're going to do, instead of just leaving it soil underneath, we're going to be using some landscape fabric to keep the weeds down. So I'm going to show you guys the process of us going through. I have some of our beds marked out, not all of them. Ran out of stakes, but I'm going to show you guys. We're going to do a 4-foot section with a 3-foot black plastic with about a 2-foot planting area, with about 2.5–3 feet of space in the middle that's going to be left natural, and we're going to mow it. And then the next year we'll rotate everything over. So to show you what I'm talking about, come on over here. So if you look here, that's our rescue boy Sammy. You can see that we have a 4-foot section and a 2-foot section for walking and accessing the beds from either side. 4-foot, 2-foot, and over and over and over again. So we're going to be doing cucumbers and tomatoes and all that other stuff, all those good veggies, you know, just to get this going, get our season up and running. Those are our bees over there. You know, get a couple 100 pounds of honey. That's about half the hives. We're looking to expand. So if anybody's interested in having a couple beehives at your property, please feel free to send us a message, and we could possibly arrange something. All right, that's it. Get back to you in a couple minutes when I start the rototiller up. All right, so here we are. We got about a yard of composted cow manure from the guy less than a mile down the road. Nothing like going local. All right, so that's everything tossed out. Now time to turn it in. All right, everybody, so here we got the garden. I laid all the compost, and now what I'm going to start doing is forming these beds. These beds are roughly 24 inches across at the top by about 30 feet long. So you can see the first two that I showed you were the ones that I already did. This one, I've gone down one side. I just have to finish up the shaping. About halfway done with that bed, and these beds haven't been touched yet. Daddy. So Daddy, what are you doing? I'm gonna do this little bit, and then I'll show you guys what they all look like when they're done. Okay, so you can see here, we're putting down our tarp. We have a drip irrigation underneath. I use a rake to anchor it back, and I have it anchored down the other side with a stake. And what I do is to roll out the tarp is weight one end down with dirt, roll it out a ways, and then I'll use my hoe to knock the dirt back in over the edges. The weight of the dirt will hold it down from blowing away. Worst case scenario, I can come through with some staples and put some staples in to hold it in. But that's pretty much the process. You just go over and over and over again. All right, everybody, I'm gonna try and do this with just one hand while I'm holding the camera. But you just take the dirt and just lay it over the edges. To weight it down. All right, so we got all 7 of our little beds in. So each one, there's irrigation running right down the middle. We're going to take a flame weeder and we're going to burn holes all the way down, which we're going to use as our planting spots. So we'll reuse these tarps next year and the year after until they're just too deteriorated to use. It's going to cut down on all of our weeding. It's going to cut down on our watering. We're going to have a water set up on a timer. So this way we know that each plant is going to be getting this specific amount of water. And we don't have to worry about that. Just as long as the timer works and everything works out fine, we should be all set. So the bed's all finally done here on Mosher Farms. We're looking forward to getting everything into the ground, getting some cucumbers planted, lots of tomatoes. We're bumping up production this year of our veggies, so stay tuned. If we have any surplus from our family, we'll have more than enough for probably everybody else. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to look us up on Facebook or shoot us a message.